Stains are drying on the table for three. A silhouette in the hallway is twice what I used to see. One keeps the anchor steady while the tides are high. The other paints a garden underneath a pale gray sky. I used to walk the fences just to find a narrow gate. Now the hinges are wide open and the hour is getting late. One has a voice like gravel on a dusty country road. The other carries secrets like a heavy silver load. They don't ask for permission and they don't look for the door. They just occupy the spaces that were empty long before. The mirror shows a kingdom that is finally complete, with the wisdom of the bitter and the promise of the sweet. The mathematics of the soul is a difficult equation, till you find a grace inside a double-edged occasion. The wind is blowing different now across the open plain. Yeah, la 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 la. The dust settles heavy on the porchwood tonight. You are kneeling where the yellow lamp bleeds its light, with a rack made of flannel and a tin full of trees, bringing back the patterns of the desert masterpiece. I am leaning in the doorway, just watching you bend to the scaly imitation where the shadows ascend. Those sharp-pointed toes are aiming straight at the sun. Though the day is all over and the working is done, there is a hiss in the silence as you rub out the grime, a meticulous rhythm keeping pace with our time. The diamond-back texture starts to shimmer and glow, while the world stays as quiet as a midwinter snow. Baby was polishing the skin of a ghost, the thing that I carry and I lean on the most, across the dry floorboards and the linoleum cracks. She is smoothing the lever and erasing the tracks of every hard mile and every low down the stake, with a handful of wax for the print of the snake. Side, but the shine on the instep has nowhere to hide. It is a ritual performed on the bones of the street, setting a fire at the soles of my feet, until the counterfeit viper looks ready to strike in a way that only a true believer would like. The midnight is coming and the crickets are loud, but you are still working with your head slightly bowed, turning the dullness into something refined, leaving the grit of the highway behind. Now the boots are reflecting the look in your eyes under the weight of these vast open skies. Baby is polishing the skin of a ghost, the thing that I carry and I lean on the most, across the dry floorboards and the linoleum cracks. She is smoothing the leather and erasing the tracks of every hard mile and every low down the snake, with a handful of wax for the print of her snake.
Inside these copper strings, waiting for the friction of a desperate fingertip. I do not need a map to find the center of the storm. I only need the friction of the steel against the bone. Feel the power of my guitar, surging like a river through a broken dam. Feel the power of my guitar, tearing through the velvet of the heavy night. It is the only truth that never learned to lie. It is the oxygen that keeps the spark alive. Men in the doorways are shaking their heavy heads. They say the lightning belongs to the heavens alone, but I have trapped the lightning hiding in a wooden box, and I am letting it scream for every soul that forgot. Feel the power of my guitar, surging like a river through a broken dam. Feel the power of my guitar, tearing through the velvet of a heavy night. Feels the only truth that never learned to lie. It is the oxygen that keeps the spark alive. Feel the power of my guitar. Feel the power of my guitar. An earthquake sleeping in the palm of my hand. Feel the power of my guitar. Driving the shadows back to where they belong. The world is waking up to a different song. Electricity is where we all come from. Feel the power of my guitar. Feel the power of my guitar. Feel the power of my guitar. An earthquake sleeping in the palm of my hand. Feel the power of my guitar. Driving the shadows back to where they belong. The world is waking up to a different song. Electricity is where we all come from. Feel the power of my guitar.
I saw him standing by the rusted garden gate with a heavy iron piece and a look of certain fate. He counts the empty shells like they were silver coins, while the spirit of the powder kicks his restless loins. We go back further than the dirt upon this road, when he didn't have a name for the heavy iron load. Now he's talking to the shadows with a cold metal tongue, singing songs of the barrel since the world was young. He is a wild-eyed son of a bitch with a steady hand, tearing up the silence across the hollow land. I call him brother. wild-eyed son of a bitch with a crazy eye, mapping out the thunder underneath the leading sky. A ghost and the preacher is a cloud, but my friend is living loud and he's living proud. He says the only truth is the kick against the bone. Better to be armed than to be standing all alone. He's got a pocket full of sparks and a heart full of flint, looking for a spark or a golden colored hint. He polished up the walnut till it shone just like a star. Then he took it to the alley and he took it to the bar. People move aside when they see that leather strap, waiting for the sudden and a heavy thunderclap. He isn't mean for nothing, he just likes the way it feels when the gravity is broken by the spinning of the wheels. Oh friend, keep your safety on until the sun goes down, before you wake the sleeping dogs in every border town. The grease is on his fingers and the salt is in his breath, dancing on the narrow line between the life and death. He's a walking contradiction with the hair trigger soul, trying to find a way to make the broken pieces whole. A wild-eyed son of a bitch with a steady hand, tearing up the silence across the hollow land. I call him brother, but the hammer calls him king. Listen to the high and the lonesome metal ring. Yeah, he is a wild-eyed son of a bitch with a crazy eye, mapping out the thunder underneath the leading sky. Cove, while the sun bleached gold on the teakwood deck. I see her tracing lines in the white heat, a silhouette against the shimmering wreck of every heart that sailed too close to the shoreline where the breakers roll. The captain's hat is tilted low, the breeze is thick with salt and wine. She's looking up from the burning grains, waiting for a heavy sign. Take her now before the tide recedes. She's glowing like a fever in the haze. The vessel sways with a desperate grace, while she's melting in the midday blaze. The hull is steady, but the soul is torn, pulled her from the sand where the heat was born. Comb reflects the engine hums a lowty prayer, stirring up the heavy summer air. The captain's hat is tilted low, the breeze is thick with salt and wine. She's looking up from the burning grains, waiting for a heavy sign. Take her now before the silent seats. She's going like a fever in my haze. The vessel sways with a desperate grace, while she's melting in the midday blaze. The hull is steady, but the soul is torn. Pulled up from the sand where the heat was born. Take her now before the tide recedes. She's glowing like a fever in the haze. The vessel sways with a desperate grace, while she's melting in the midday blaze. The hull is steady, but the soul is torn. Pull her from the sand where the heat was born.
The harbor lights are bleeding through the glass. I see the silver shoreline start to fade. We're anchored in a silence built to last, underneath the canvas of the shade. The ice is melting in your crystal cup. You're looking past the rigging at the blue. I see you pulling all the anchors up, leaving only salt inside the view. The outboard motor hums a lonely tune. The tide is turning cold against the hull. We sail beneath the hollow of the moon, but now the wind is dying and it's dull. You're folding up the maps we used to draw, the compass needle spinning out of gear. I'm staring at the shoreline's jagged claw, wishing I was anywhere but here. I don't wanna hear you say that. No, I don't wanna hear you say that. I don't wanna hear you say that. No, I don't wanna hear you say that. Beneath my feet, the ocean breeze is heavy as a stone. We're drifting where the sky and liquid meet, but I have never felt so much alone. You're reaching for the words you want to spill. They're hanging like a storm cloud in your eyes. The surface of the bay is perfectly still, masking all the wreckage and the lies. The gulls are circling the empty pier. The sun is sinking lower in the west. I'll stay within the safety of the gear and lock the secret tight within my chest. I don't wanna hear you say that. No, I don't wanna hear you say that. I don't wanna hear you say that. No, I don't wanna hear you say that. I don't wanna hear you say that. No, I don't wanna hear you say that. I don't wanna hear you say that. No, I don't wanna hear you say that.
White linen drifting down a quiet street. The ice is melting in a crystal glass. Watching the golden hour slowly pass. We lean together where the shadows bend. A summer story that should never end. A tangled motion in the velvet light. Two hearts colliding in the middle of the night. I feel the pulse of your breathing skin. Where do you end and where do I begin? Torn against tongues in a deep embrace. Lost in the curves of a double face. French kissing magic in a rhythmic tide. But nowhere left for the soul to hide. The salt is thick upon the morning air. I find the scent of gardenias in your hair. Between the two of you I find my peace. A gentle hunger that will never cease. We drift away on a turquoise sea. An endless vision of what we can be. The deck is polished like a polished stone. I never felt so little on my own. The horizon blurs into a hazy blue, giving my spirit to the both of you. No more questions in the fading glare, just the soft movement that we all share. A tangled motion in the velvet light. Two hearts colliding in the middle of the night. I feel the pulse of your breathing skin. Where do you end and where do I begin? Caught against tongues in a deep embrace. Lost in the curves of a double face. French kissing magic in a rhythmic tide. With nowhere left for the soul to hide. A tangled motion in the velvet light. Two hearts colliding in the middle of the night. I feel the pulse of your breathing sparkling and drifting in the afternoon, while the gulls hum a lazy tune. We are drifting past the lighthouse wall, watching shadows start to stretch and fall. She is sitting resting on my knee, balanced like a prayer upon the sea. There's a quiet in her gentle hands, better than the riches of the lands. Silver ripples on the harbor line, she's drinking up the summer wine. Rolling light across her velvet lace, nothing edges to her steady grace. Sailing softly where the currents blend, with the beauty that will never bend. The mahogany is polished bright, catching every spark of waning light. She doesn't have to say a single word, sweetest music that I ever heard. Weightless as the spray against the hull, keeping every frantic spirit low. Anchored deep within a sapphire bay, let the heavy world just float away. Silver ripples on the harbor line, she is drinking up the summer wine. Golden light upon the velvet lace, nothing measures to the steady grace. Sailing softly where the currents blend, with the beauty that will never end. Nothing measures to the steady grace. Sailing softly where the currents blend. Silver ripples on the harbor line, she is drinking up the summer wine. Golden light across her velvet lace, nothing measures to her steady grace. Sailing softly where the currents blend, with the beauty that will never end. Nothing measures to her steady grace. The anchor drops beneath the copper sun, we sip on vintage gold until the day is done. The canvas flutters as the breeze begins to sigh. I see that hunger burning deep within your eye. You kick your sandals off and let your tresses fall. Across the deeper deck I hear the ocean call. The cabin air is heavy with the musk and wine. I track the salt spray tracing down your slender spine. Your velvet skin is humming like a silver wine. I feel the silk away to stoke the riving fire. The water laps against the hull and steady beats, while we find sanctuary underneath the sheets. I slide inside and watch your pupils start to flare. My tongue is napping at the secrets hidden there. I drive you upward till you scream my name aloud, against the pillows like a storm within a cloud. Your body shudders as I push you past the peak, the heavy language of the pleasure that we seek. I wrap my fingers tight around your trembling waist. I want to savor every drop and every taste. Your legs are locked around me in a crushing grip. I feel the liquid heat begin to overflow and drip. The polished wood is rocking with our frantic pace. I watch the primal fever wash across your face. The boat is drifting but we're anchored in the sweat. I haven't reached the deepest part of you just yet. I thrust until the world dissolves into a blur. You move so heavy that it sounds just like a purr. We're breaking tension like a mast inside a gale. I'm pulling wind into the center of your sail. The tension tightens like like a cable on the winch. I'm taking every mile and every single inch. The climax gathers like a wave about to break. I give you everything that you can possibly take. Oh,